Hi, so I'm just quickly doodling in response to a couple of questions about pulling coordinates from a main pattern. Excuse my voice, I'm ill. Try not to start coughing, but one of the things I've just quickly done, I'll share the picture that I'm referring to as well. But working from a main design or a main set of elements, I start to try and think about the different types of movement and the different types of patterns that you can make. So straight off the bat, these shapes kind of stuck out, and I think these can make quite an interesting simple pattern, maybe even just a two colour coordinate, which you could scale right down, and you could just have it multi-directional and just continue to have this kind of crisscross flow going, and play around with filling the empty spaces with just very simple markers or simple points that can just add a little bit of movement and rhythm to it. Another option to consider is having a one directional print, so everything is vertical. So this again, it's just pulling leaves out and just looking. This is an example of how helpful it is to actually start with a spine idea. Literally with this, I just drew down some points, some lines that would be the spine of the leaves, and then just built it around that. So that's another option. This could also work as a tossed print, which would be all of the leaves going in different directions. But what you want to look at with your collection is having a variety, not just in scale but in the types of prints that you have. So this one could be a secondary print, so it might not be as simple as a coordinate, but looking at getting this kind of a flow going with the vines or with the stems. And then you could also look at building that up if you wanted to make something more complex with having things in between these negative spaces. Then another option is similar to looking at the flows of these vines here. You could look at doing something that's symmetrical or reflective. So you could build this kind of idea of where you're then flipping the four back down this way, and then you can start to build out quite an interesting design. One of the things to just keep on checking as you are making coordinates is just checking that it does still fit with the feel of your original pattern and the original style and vibe that you're going for. But often, you'll do a coordinate and it just doesn't really fit, even though technically you're using the same colorways or you're using the same elements. Sometimes it just doesn't fit, which is fine. What I always do in that case is put that to one side, and then I'll recolor that later and switch that up, and there'll be something else I'm working on that actually fits with that. So, or it might even branch off into a whole other collection because I fall in love with that coordinate so much. So don't worry about that too much. Just have a folder where you keep things that are unfinished, and things that you can delve into whenever you get stuck. So just again, another simple idea is to take a more complex flower. So this one, I was thinking of the flower that has a detailed, it's got another head on it, but if you take that off, it still works as a flower here if this was all one colour. And then looking at maybe taking the little spriggy things that were inside of the flower, I don't know what the technical term is, but bringing those out, and again just adding a little bit of repetition and flow just to fill these spaces so it's not a simpler print. And then another option is to take something that's quite small. I mean, I would actually scale this down if it was actually on the computer, but looking at a two colour print, so an easy way to add some a bit of drama is to have a darker background and a lighter one colour motif on the top. So you could look at doing that possibly as well. And this is again another toss print. So yeah, that's just a quick video. I hope I'm making sense. I'm quite sleep deprived and sick at the minute. But if you're having any problems or if you're stuck for ideas, then really do feel free to just share your sketches and any past work as well, because it's quite helpful to see what direction you're wanting to go into when you are sharing your sketches and your ideas, because it's no good us giving you advice if it's really not the style that you're looking for. But yeah, keep going. I'm loving seeing what everybody's doing, and I'll speak to you all soon.